Hi everyone, David McDonald from Vitality Fitness Calgary. Today we're going to talk a little bit about recovery and why it's so important. So recovery is probably one of the most overlooked and underutilized aspects in fitness. With the advent of programs like high intensity interval training, boot camps, CrossFit, there's very much the mentality of go hard and go home and empty your tank and go till you puke and things like that. So I don't believe in that style of training where we're going as hard as we can, we're going to go until we puke. You need to have a fine line. You need to push yourself to create adaptation, but you also have to know when to back off and when to actually add in rest days and to add in recovery methods to ensure that you A, get results, to B, you don't sustain an injury, and to C, so you maintain your motivation for the long haul. So recovery is very, very important. Now, when we work out, we are literally breaking our body down. We are breaking apart muscle tissue, we're breaking our body down. So we need to have recovery in order to repair muscle tissue and to create that adaptation. When I refer to adaptation, that means a change that's occurring within your body due to a stimulus that you've presented to your body. So an adaptation could be increased strength, it could be fat loss, it could be increased cardiovascular ability, increased core strength, increase muscle size. These are all different adaptations that we can create. But in order to create an adaptation, you have to give your body actually time to adapt. So a lot of people think that when they're working out is when they're getting stronger, when they're getting fitter. It's actually when you're out of the gym is when that's happening. That's when you're creating your adaptation. So again, recovery is very important for those reasons. The second reason why recovery is so important is to prevent injury. So if we're not getting enough time, we're not giving our muscles enough time off and enough of a break to recover from exercise, you're more likely to get injured. And the reason why is because you'll start compensating. So let's just say, for example, I decided to train my legs and my chest one day, and the next day, I decided to hit the same muscle groups. Well, I haven't given my body enough time to recover from the training the day before. So if I go to do a push-up or a squat, I'm going to be training muscles that aren't working at 100% because they're still in recovery mode. So I'm probably going to fatigue faster, and when I start getting tired, I'm probably going to start compensating with other muscle groups. Okay, compensation often leads to injury. So you want to add recovery into your plan to prevent injury. The third reason why you want to add recovery in is sustain and maintain motivation. So one of the things that can happen if you don't get enough recovery from exercise is you can start to burn out and you can start to overtrain. And one of the most common symptoms of overtraining and burning out from exercise is you just lack motivation. You had a lot of motivation before to work out, but you just don't feel like working out now. You don't feel like going to the gym. You'd rather stay home. You'd rather rest. You'd rather go do something else. So in order to sustain and maintain motivation, you want to add in that recovery time. Now, the other reason why recovery is important is for breaking through plateaus. So one of the reasons why you could hit strength plateaus, you can hit fat loss plateaus, is because your body's overstressed and it's overworked and you haven't had enough time to adapt to the training, but also to give yourself enough recovery time. So you have a hormone in your body that gets elevated when it's overstressed and it's overworked and when it doesn't get enough recovery, and that hormone is known as cortisol. So I've actually seen it here with clients where they've hit a weight loss plateau or they've hit a strength plateau, and what we've discovered is they need to actually cut back a bit on their training in order to give their body sufficient time to adapt so they can bust through that plateau. So that's a very simplified explanation around that, but very important nonetheless if you're getting enough recovery time. Now, when I refer to recovery, that's going to encompass many different things. It's going to encompass actual days off, so taking complete time off from working out, preferably 1 to 2 days a week at least. That's also going to require getting in a lot of sleep, getting enough rest. So you want to be getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, and that's deep, restful sleep. Okay, the third thing that's added in is nutrition. So the fuel in which we feed our body is going to really help with, adequate recovery, rebuilding and repairing muscle tissue. So many of you have probably heard the saying out there that not all calories are created equal. That's absolutely true. And the reason why that's true is because a calorie coming from a chocolate bar and a calorie coming from brown rice or vegetables or chicken is going to give your body something different. With a chocolate bar, you're going to get a sugar rush. You're going to get an insulin spike. With some brown rice and some chicken and some veggies, you're going to get the nutrients, you're going to get the vitamins and the minerals, you're going to get the protein and the complex carbs that you need to start that rebuilding and that repair process. So the building blocks you get from nutrition are very important. And then the other thing you can start looking at is things like foam rolling, soft tissue work, working on your flexibility and mobility, going for acupuncture, going for massage, going for chiropractic care. So all of these things play a role in recovery. If there's anything I can recommend for you for the Cliff Notes version, is number one, take 1 to 2 days a week off from working out. That means 1 to 2 days a week you're not doing anything. Second thing is getting enough sleep. Okay, so getting at least 7 hours a night of sleep. And the third thing is high quality nutrition 80 to 90% of the time. If you did nothing else but these 3 things, you're going to improve recovery, you're going to improve results, and you're going to be able to sustain that motivation, but you're also going to be able to prevent injury, which is going to allow you to work out long term and to keep up that longevity. So that's why recovery is really important, and that's why you want to have some kind of recovery plan into your exercise plan. I'm David McDonald from Vitality Fitness. Thanks for watching.